The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
Jackie.
Grumpy Jackie, can you please pray? Can you do your fucking job?
God thinks I'm never fucking grumpy. Dear fucking God, I'm not fucking grumpy. Thanks for giving me the not fucking grumpies today. And you know what? I hope Kevin Barnett never comes back.
Why would you say that about Kevin? If Kevin's not here, you're never going to get fucked.
Which means God answers all of my prayers, so he's never coming back.
Are we successful?
Are we talking about a roundtable feud happening right now?
Yes.
Alert us weekly.
Yeah, man.
Welcome
Sick
to
of it.
All right, welcome to the Roundtable of Gentlemen, everybody. Who is everybody around this roundtable? We know Grumpy Jackie is here.
KKK Jackie.
KKK Klansman Jackie's a prostate. Oh, interesting, Eddie.
Everyone knows I'm fine with black people. I love black people.
Who don't you love?
You know who I fucking don't love.
All right.
Oh, Ben Kissel. He's so big. Too big for my pussy.
No one's too tiny for my small dick. Come on, Jackie.
I'm Ed Larson, and then I love rice.
That's nice. Okay, that's a positive.
Brown or white rice?
White rice.
Yeah, right? Oh, you don't like brown rice? Oh, you don't like brown rice, does he?
Are you racializing rice
I like yellow rice. Yellow rice is fine.
Yeah, fucking right. Nobody likes yellow rice.
Are you saying that brown rice has less book smarts than white rice?
I
say it doesn't even know how to be fucking rice.
Are we still talking about cuisine here? Jesus
Unbelievable.
Christ,
I'm Holden McNeely, and I bust loads.
All right, sitting in for Kevin Barnett, Walter Rapogla, a very important and wonderful member of the sketch group Murder Fist.
First off, it's Replogal, but thank you, Ben.
Replogal.
Yes.
The diva of Murder Fist, everybody.
Absolutely, everyone get behind me.
That's right. The only reason Murder Fist is such a successful sketch group, of course, is the man to my left, Kellen
that's right.
Maloney.
My name is Kellen Maloney, and I love AstroTurf.
Yep. Maloney
Ooh,
like Maloney,
AstroTurf.
and of course Kellen does all the tech for Murder Fist. So
Yeah.
you've done a wonderful job.
All the tunes, man.
Indeed.
Hitting them
all
all.
right, so
He
that's
directs too.
Yeah.
okay.
He
good.
directs.
It's
Pretty
wonderful.
good writer as well. if I
He
do say
will
so
write
myself.
some things. Still can't act as well of a fucking brown bag.
All right, let's not bring up incestuous Murder Fist
Pretty
fights.
sad. It really is. It's like looking at a piece of toast.
Littlefield,
It's like watching ice become cubes.
It's exciting. That's science. Littlefield, 8 p.m. this Thursday, August 8th. Murder Fist is having their 10th
my
anniversary show. 10 year
goodness.
anniversary show.
Goddamn years.
It's 10 years, and
10
it was
years.
every moment was worth it.
So please,
every
I don't know
second.
about you
fan
guys,
of
but
anything
every
they
time
do.
I say that that we're having our 10th year anniversary, people look at me and they're like, "How fucking old are you?"
Every single person.
Yeah. No,
And I
we
was like, "I joined late. I joined late."
I started when I was 9 years old.
I had someone told me that we should just celebrate it, not tell anyone it's 10 years because that's sad.
It is a little bit sad, a little bit tragic.
Oh, it's entirely sad. But then
It's
everyone else
joyous.
has to think about their own lives, too.
That's right.
Yeah, right? It's a
We've
time
been
for
together
reflection for
longer
all.
than the Beatles. So yeah, look at our success.
Look at how much we haven't done.
In all honesty, tickets are selling out, though, so to get the tickets and come and hang out with us on August 8th, I am playing a character as well, and it's going to be extremely fun, and we're going to get fucking shit hammered.
Absolutely.
So
Marcus
please.
is
helping
gonna
the
be
world.
there, too.
Marcus will be there
there's
as well.
a ton of guest stars.
Kevin's gonna be there.
Kevin Barnett,
Albert Nelson.
the man that that Jackie is currently feuding with.
The
He's
whole-
dead to me.
Yeah, the whole
know
round
what
table.
Please do our show, Barnett. He's not gonna fucking listen to this. Fuck you, Kevin.
All right, very
She's
interesting.
right though.
All right,
She can literally say anything.
Thursday, August 8th, Littlefield, 8 p.m. Marcus, let's get to a news story.
A New Hampshire man said his trip to the carnival was a horror show when he ended up losing his life savings.
What happened?
What?
Henry Gribone claimed he was conned out of his life savings of $2,600 on a carnival game. He said all he won was a stuffed banana with dreadlocks. And if you'll
man.
check out over here,
It's
you
an
can see a
amazing
picture.
stuffed banana.
You
with
can
dreadlocks.
see the
Really nice.
dumbness on this man's face.
Yeah, you can go to the Facebook page to check that one out.
It's an old story though.
This is an old story, but you know what? We didn't get to it, and goddamn, I love it.
$2,600. I mean,
How
that's
is he going to turn it around?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess he's gonna.
What a persistent fucking prick! Like he must be the worst person to argue with ever.
Right. Well, he was going to lose. Yeah.
Let me tell you guys the story. He said he attended a Manchester carnival run by Fiesta Shows and wanted to win an Xbox Connect at a game called Tubs of Fun.
Sounds like something.
That's Henry's nickname.
Henry couldn't be here today because he was too busy playing with his fucking pussy.
Tiny pussy's got the smallest one.
Yeah, small pussy.
The game involves contestants tossing balls into a tub. When he practiced, he said it was easy, but something changed when he started playing and the balls kept popping out. He said
at some point
it's
you
not
just have
possible that it wasn't rigged. He said he kept trying to win back his money by going double or nothing. He dropped $300 in just a few minutes. Then he said he went home to get $2,300 more and soon lost all of that.
Go to Walmart and buy an Xbox Connect. Why would you go?
It's the principle of the thing, Ben.
So.
First of all, he's got $2,300 in cash and he doesn't have a shirt. He's a drug dealer.
Yeah,
Okay, that's true.
That's where the money's coming from.
Just
That
buy the
fucking
goddamn
weed
Xbox.
banana.
Yeah, and he ended up winning a fucking stoned banana.
It's a pretty cool prize, though.
Actually, the viewers at home listeners at home can't see, but that banana is fucking badass.
It's a badass. It's a
Well,
pretty
I mean,
badass.
go to the Roundtable Facebook page and you can see a picture of the banana.
Yeah, it's a
put that
$2,600
I would
banana.
definitely. I would have paid at least $50 for that banana.
Right, I agree. That is a $50 banana. There's
Flip
no
the
doubt
banana.
about it. I mean, can you get your money back if you just express to the guy that you don't think the game is actually Tubs of Fun? Here, if you're just like, you know what, I've had a good time, but I wouldn't classify this as Tubs of Fun, so I'm going to need my dollar back.
He did get some of his money back. He went back the next day to complain, and the man running the game gave him back $600, and he left with the banana and the cash.
Oh, that's
So he didn't even win the banana through the game.
No, the guy it's a pity banana.
It's a pity banana!
And it's 6 feet tall.
A 6-foot tall pity banana!
How
Sounds like
bad
Ben
are you gonna
Kissel.
do to like depress a gypsy enough to like get him away from?
I mean, that's the thing. How bad the gypsy have, and I agree with you. We're going to assume the carnival man is a gypsy.
Always gypsy.
yeah,
Always.
How
travel
bad
folk.
must he have felt?
Well, he
to
made
give him
4
six-
months worth of money off of this guy.
One night, yeah.
Yeah.
One night in the carnival.
in a matter of minutes, not even just over a night. We're talking about literally within a half an hour.
How dumb do you have to be to think the game isn't rigged to begin with?
Well, and how drunk and what mind space are you in to be like, I'm going home and I am getting my $2,300?
He had time to think about it. He had plenty of time.
And not only that, he had $300 in cash on his person.
Yeah,
This
Drug
drug
dealer.
dealer
Yeah.
does not have a wife.
Back when we were dealing drugs,
Right.
we
Last Saturday.
we went to Circuit City to go pick up a big screen TV because that's what drug dealers need to have.
Absolutely.
They need a
Oh,
big
yeah,
screen
they
TV.
use
Sure, yeah.
And so we get there and they wouldn't take our credit card. So we said, "Fuck you! We'll be back in a little bit with $2,300 in cash."
Then they set up a game called Tubs of
Angrily
Fun.
brought our cash and we got our fucking television.
I just
this
imagine-
man is a drug dealer.
This
I
is
just
happening all the
imagine
time.
Ed as Grandpa Ed talking to his grandchildren, and instead of like, oh, we used to walk 3 fucking miles in the snow. Instead, it's like back when we dealt drugs, and things were good.
It's just so weird that the grandpa's house smells like meat, but there's no food in the refrigerator. This guy is definitely good theory, and I think that you're right, Ed. This guy is definitely a drug dealer.
Well,
no
for
doubt
he
about it.
settled on the weed banana.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the thing. He was so
cool banana.
They met eyes. This is romantic. He met eyes with the weed banana, with the dreadlock banana, and they fell in
meant
love.
to be.
He
Yeah.
made a decision. He went back to kick this guy's ass for his money. And the guy said, "How about I just give you $600 and this fucking rockin' banana?"
Good on that guy, by the way.
It's like, how much more could one man know another man's mind? Ed Larson,
If you ever
cracked this dude.
He's also, and there's a picture. He's got the banana over his shoulder, with it holding it with his right
He's
hand,
happy.
and he's pushing a stroller with his leg.
well, the baby
my
needs
God.
a banana. Make sure you give your child a lot of potassium and make sure they have a lot of bananas. Now, I just found the biggest banana. I'm the best daddy out there.
Oh no, it's not filled with banana meat. It's filled with cotton.
Oh, no.
What am I gonna do?
Feed it to
Actually,
him.
Baby, it's time for you to eat like a couch.
Wouldn't this be like the best little wraparound story if he actually did open the banana and it was just full of drugs?
Oh yeah, it was like a smuggling banana.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Just
he-
photos of him
Poetic
playing
justice,
the game.
if you will.
If I'm a cop, I'm cutting open the stone banana. Look,
Oh,
No doubt about it.
Yeah, he was quoted as saying, "For once in my life, I happened to become that sucker."
For once in your life, this isn't the first go around.
Yeah,
for this guy.
I don't think it's the first or last.
Usually it's me tricking people into becoming crackheads.
But now I've been fooled. Oh, what a manipulative world it is!
The hubris.
God's crazy games, huh?
What's that old saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice,
Banana
big ass
for you?
banana.
You got yourself a big ass banana. Well, this wasn't so bad. I love it. I mean, this easily could have turned into a very violent altercation without the saving grace of the large banana.
You know, one day he's just going to be all drunk in his house and he's going to slip on it and break his neck.
Oh, that would be amazing. He goes home, he tries to peel the fucking thing.
Yeah, right.
Slips on the world's biggest banana peel.
Here's a bit of an injustice, though, is that the actual game operators are being punished. Fiesta Shows, who ran the carnival, they said that an investigation is underway and that the vendors of the game will not be allowed to set up at the next carnival until the investigation is complete.
This is a very...
That's not fair.
It's a carnival game. It's rigged.
It's rigged. They're all rigged.
It's just like the casinos in Vegas.
Yes. I have a feeling they're really not investigating
Yeah,
that hard.
that's
I think Tubs of Fun will be up in Sacramento when they fucking pop up the tents over there.
So I'm worried now.
This guy, I mean, you've seen the game. That's the one where you have the softball, right? And you throw it into the tub, and obviously it always bumps up, but the guy does it right before you do it.
Yeah, but Tubs of Fun is the most disgusting carnival game name I've ever heard in my life.
It does sound like you're throwing lard at like a chick's ass or something.
Got a toilet involved or something?
I think the girl's name would be Tubbs.
Yeah, she's the fun part.
Yeah,
of course. Tubbs,
And
the
her,
fun
like,
carnival
fisting
girl.
a fat girl.
Tubbs McDermott.
Tubbs McDermott is a great name for a lot. Hopefully,
I think her full name is Lacey Tubbs McDermott. You know?
Use the quotes. Use the quotes as a nickname.
This is not the worst experience that's ever happened at a carnival, though.
No,
It's
actually,
a relatively
I actually have a
par for the
good
course.
one. I actually, when the carnival came into my hometown of Pensacola, Florida, there was a guy who actually fell off the Ferris wheel. And
did he die?
Yeah, he totally died.
Jesus. How far did he fall?
Were you there?
I was there, but my friend was right next to where it happened. I wasn't.
So he saw the body hit the ground?
She saw it hit
She
the
did?
ground. Yeah, and she was like, "That's the weirdest noise I've ever heard."
Did she get splattered with blood, or was there no blood? Because I mean, you have the image of like this huge, like gushing, almost like Nightmare on Elm Street, Johnny Depp.
It's not a water balloon.
No, what had happened is that he climbed out of his car. I'm trying to remember this correctly. He climbed out of his little car thing on the Ferris wheel.
Well, was he pretending like he was fucking, what is it, Beverly Hills Cop 3?
Axel Foley.
Axel Foley?
I don't know. It's Pensacola, Florida, probably.
They're weird.
Yeah. But they, and then he started like climbing down the structure, and I think he fell from the middle of it. Like,
he deserved to
Oh,
fall.
and he just fucking
hitting
hit
the
everything on the
rails.
way down.
Oh, there's
So
so
he was trying
many
to be
spokes.
He was trying to be cool.
I guess.
Okay.
That's
Just a
pretty
drunk
cool,
fucking
though.
redneck.
I mean, I hope there was somebody that was like, right in front of him that just yelled, jackpot, as soon as he fucking hit the ground.
I love those shopping mall fairs.
Oh, yeah, it's like human Plinko.
Rarely is it the actual person's fault, though, in these carnival situations. We discussed on Top Hat the chick who was going on that roller coaster ride.
Texas Giant.
She just fell right the fuck off because she was too fat.
Yeah.
Not her fault.
Did
This
you see
guy-
the video of
that's her
how they
fault.
like?
That's her fault.
That's definitely her fault.
Oh yeah.
Well, somewhat. I mean,
Well, she
but-
like pushed the bar or something too.
With her
right?
stomach.
She was too big. They did like a recreation with like the physics of it. Like scientists were just like, "This is how a jackass fucking flies out of it."
and this is how a jackass dies.
There was also the kid who went to go get his hat or his phone
Got his
or
fucking-
something and got decapitated by
his
the
head
roller
got
coaster.
kicked off.
Jesus Christ.
Space Mountain.
Those seem like more innocent, people than this woman or than this dude who was trying to climb down the goddamn thing.
Oh, and by the way, whether a body explodes or not upon impact does depend on how high up they jump from.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So
this
you
guy
can
did not
survive.
explode.
How high can you survive? Like
I
a
don't think he
2-story
exploded.
fall?
He did not.
Oh, you can survive up to a 4-story fall.
So yeah, I heard this
Interesting.
from
It
like
all
window
depends on-
washers.
it all
All
depends
know
on
the
how you
stories.
fall and the surface upon which you fall. If you fall on the grass, you can fall from higher than you can from,
But it's
say,
just
like
grass. It's
concrete.
like a little
I think
bit.
I
How
would really
deep is the
love
grass?
to see someone hit cement.
Oh, no.
I
Yeah,
can
we'd
make
love to
that.
see
I
it.
can make that happen for you in 10 seconds.
Ooh, look at it choose.
There is
Oh,
an-
just like snuff film stuff.
Yeah, live leak.
There's an old black and white photo of a jumper, a girl who committed
I know
suicide,
what you're
and
talking about.
she's and she fell in a car, and it looks like there's no blood, and she looks like she's pleasantly, like peacefully sleeping.
Yeah.
It's a very cool
But her
picture. Look it up.
brains
Yeah,
are
there's
fucking
somebody-
There's one of
mangled in her
the girl
head.
like the 30s in midair too, where she's like literally falling from the
right.
building, and there's a look of complacency on her face, and like she's.
Oh, she was a
almost
lady
flying.
in the 30s. You know, it's a
Shouldn't have
rough
anything
lot.
to deal with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
it's a
people
rough.
pass out before they hit the bottom.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. Let's get out of the carnival world.
I love carnivals.
Well,
great place for a blowjob and a fight.
It is a great place and a large banana. That is very, very
Did you
true.
guys ever fool around in
you
like
finger
one
bang on
of
a
the
Ferris
mirror
wheel.
houses?
Of course, not the mirror house, the Ferris wheel.
I did the mirror house might have been. I think I never wanted to get touched ever again after
Yeah,
that.
my memories are always just like being really young and just thinking like, well, you know, this is where I get kidnapped.
I fully believe I
where,
got
like-
body dysmorphia disease from those goddamn mirror houses.
I
Those are terrible for
Yeah,
kids.
that's why you're so tall and disgusting.
Exactly.
I had it pretty
I blame
good.
the mirrors.
I had it pretty good because the town, they passed a law that I couldn't go to the carnival when everybody goes. So they'd give me one day out
It
of
was
the
like a
year
lizard
where
pus
they'd
day.
open it just for me, and I got to ride on all the rides, and it was super fun. You know.
Did you wasn't getting woken up every morning by a group of folks with pitchforks?
Well, like Holden's waking up with his crazy family all the time, so he's not really.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why, but I feel like in North Carolina there's a law called Holden's Law.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just
There
made
is.
specifically for you.
Yeah. It's also called
If you see him, you gotta skin him.
It's like
if you can catch him.
It's like the opposite of an Amber Alert. Like nobody acknowledged that he's there.
Yeah,
Like,
you know,
Just
the
turn your eyes
chupacabra of
down
comedians.
and offer up weed, and he'll move on.
Yeah, anytime someone tries to get a hold of me, just squirts right out like a water weenie.
He's like an octopus. He knows how to ink.
And so my mom
Nothing
used
was
to
better
call
than-
me her little water weenie.
I'm sure she did. Please, we must get out of this world. I'm dying over here.
All right. Well, our next story comes from a listener. It comes from Allison. Thank you very much.
Allison Yates? Thank
she
you.
posted on our Facebook page. A Truman man awoke Monday morning to find his dog eating one of his testicles. The man, who has not been identified,
Such good story.
She really does. She's great. The man, who has not been identified, is paralyzed and told police he has no feeling from the waist down. Around 7:45 a.m. Monday, he was awakened by a burning pain in his midsection, according to the initial police report.
So the dog sort of. What if he was able to walk after this?
Well, he's paralyzed. He can't feed the dog. Dog fed himself.
That's right. I agree.
Yeah.
And if you're going to eat any part of the male
Man's
body, you're
best
going to
friend.
eat the balls.
Well, and also there's like I read somewhere fake statistics by Walter Replogle.
Let's do it.
But that like dogs will actually wait longer to start eating on somebody who's like dead. Like if you're old and you die in your house with your dog, the dog will wait longer to start eating you than a cat will. A cat will like immediately pounce.
Go for
like,
your
eat
but
your
now a
face.
cat isn't
Just
big
waiting
enough
for
to.
you to be dead.
Yeah, but a cat can't eat a nut. I think cats are too tiny to eat balls.
well, here's one thing about the dog is that it was a stray that he took in 3 weeks earlier.
Oh, this man's an alcoholic.
That's the
It's a
story.
fucking foster kid.
Yeah,
Can't be trusting those little kids. They've been beaten all over town.
exactly.
Yeah, it's like Oliver. He's got sidewalk fare.
That's
Yeah.
why I feel like the second you get an orphan into an orphanage, kill it. It's bad.
Yeah, either that or beat it till it's sad.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
no,
I
just
mean, I
give
think
them
he's
to all
already
the gay
said.
couples. Give them to all the gay couples.
Gay
no,
couples
no,
don't
they're-
want the
they're
goddamn
bad.
orphans.
You know how
They're
gay
bad
couples deal with
eggs.
foster kids? Be like, you think you've been through some shit?
Think about
What was your gay plight you've gone through, Walter? I was only able to suck four dicks in that bar.
So are you saying that the more rights gay people have, the worse parents they're going to be?
No, the better parents are
Gay?
fix the
No.
fucking kids.
No, it's not.
You have to
Gays
scare
aren't
children
taking
in
kids
order-
from the orphanage. They want designer kids. There's no
you
way
get
the
to
gay people are
choose.
taking
Yeah, yeah,
orphanage.
yeah.
That's why
orphanage
kill all
kids.
the orphans. Done and done.
Or you take,
All right.
you take a child, you take an orphan,
Yeah.
and you tattoo him with little Louis Vuitton signs all over him.
Right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
make them look like a purse.
Like,
Yeah.
This is little gluten free.
That's what we're gonna name him. He's not
Where'd you
actually
guys-
gluten free.
Where'd you guys find your child, Gucci? It's so great.
That's what's so funny. When the Russians were all pissed off at us, they stopped the Russian adoptions. And it's like, oh, you're telling me you're not going to give us all of your autistic fucking orphans?
Yeah, the, like,
I am so
leftovers.
depressed.
Russian orphans are nightmares.
Yeah, they're alcohol babies.
They're serial killers.
I actually have
Well, they're all
3
like-
cousins that are adopted from Russia.
Oh, right. We won't
What
talk
was
about
the-
it anymore
what was
then.
the-
It's totally fine
What was
because
the nuclear
they're psycho.
explosion in Russia? What was that?
I don't know. They're gonna kill us soon.
Chernobyl, yeah.
Is anyone ready? I'm ready for it.
For Russia to kill us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready for an actual ground war
What did they
myself.
It's
do?
happening.
They're gonna
It's gonna
vodka
happen.
us
They
to
ain't
death?
gonna
No,
kill
we're fine.
us.
We're fine.
Oh yeah.
They're way over there.
Fucking kill the shit out of Russia.
Hey, you know who Russians hate? The Chinese. Let's watch that happen. That'll be fun.
That would be fun.
will be fun.
Or let's just buddy up with China.
Oh, well, no. Let's just let it happen.
Nah, they're friends with North Korea, brother. Can't be getting up in that
man,
meat.
nuke shit.
We're
yo.
gonna- we're-
I'm
This
out
is
of
the
this
most
town.
political the Roundtable has ever gotten, and I must say, I'm voting for all you motherfucking crazy assholes. Yeah! Damn! People thought Mitt Romney sounded like
like it, China.
It's Obama's birthday today. Did you know that?
Oh, is it Obama's birthday today?
Big P. Big POB.
Wow. I would say happy birthday, but fuck you. Instead, I'm going to say fuck off, you piece of shit.
Little salt and pepper
Oh,
hair.
man, you've actually got a great idea, Eddie, because then we can fight for China so they wipe out all of our debt.
That's right.
It's all working out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
That's
all
right.
working out.
They call us in first in the battle.
I'll tell China some secrets.
Oh,
Yeah, what are you going to tell him, Eddie? Besides your nuts and about your hernia?
Oh yeah, the
Jackie's
Chinese.
pregnant, China.
Oh, the first round table game.
China, rip it out.
Oh, my
China,
God.
get rid of it.
Happy birthday, abortion.
And the baby lived 8 weeks.
I want to do a live abortion on the Roundtable of Gentlemen.
What kind
That's
of
a great
time?
idea.
That's wonderful.
Like the
Let's
medical
just get on
gear.
that.
All
as soon
right,
as
well,
we can.
take off your knickers.
Yeah, wait till we get to serious radio, and then we can
Wait,
do
I'm
our
sorry,
live
Ed. Do you want her to have like a 19th century backdoor abortion?
I'm just
line?
gonna take this bleach and put it in a
Kodak.
tube
That
and
was our-
shove it up
that
your
was-
pussy.
Be sure to take your laudanum.
That was our drinking game in college.
The Vera Drake drinking game,
Every
yes.
time you take off your knickers, you gotta take a shot.
Yeah. We'll just watch the trailer for Vera Drake and know that we did a drinking game to that movie.
It was
Sounds sad.
it was sad.
Walter, how
especially
are
because,
those-
like that we were with that girl who just recently had an abortion.
Hey,
Just,
she
like,
played the fucking game.
She showed up. I think she might have won that game.
Yeah,
I'm
they should
interested.
did.
I'm
Yeah.
interested about the conversation you guys are having. Walter,
Yes, Ben.
what happened with the 3 Russian kids? Are they fucking insane?
Oh no, they're cool. My aunt and uncle are horribly religious, like scarily so.
Right.
And so they were raised.
So
in
they
that
love
environment.
you.
What? Oh no, we talk all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're fine.
Oh, so they're not-
They're
okay.
3 brothers, and they're really sweet guys. Last time I saw them, they were like 11. Now they're all in college.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Any of
Can't
them
trust
gay?
a Russian.
No.
I agree. You
We
can't
had a
trust
couple
Russian.
China orphans in my family.
And you called them China orphans when they came through the door?
Chorphans.
Yeah.
Chorfin
Yeah,
one
Ching
and
Chang
Chorfin
and
two.
Pan. Yeah.
They're painted like pandas, so it was special.
You kept trying to make them breed.
How were the China orphans? Did you like them?
One of them's kind of a terror,
Okay.
and the other one's so sweet.
And these were like foster kids for you?
No, not for me, for my family.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
see.
someone other, my cousin got him.
Oh, your cousin got them.
Yeah,
Gotta
she picked
collect them
up.
all, huh?
Got them. These were
Can't
actually
collect them all. Can't collect
No, you can't do that.
the Asian ones are actually from Bergdorf Goodman. That's what they're little. They're much better. They're higher end.
Yeah.
I doubt that.
You got a personal shopper.
Ooh, I got a story from China.
Let's do it.
Good segue.
New friends!
Teeny, Chinese.
Yeah, we're going against Russia.
A man who trained as a breastfeeding therapist says he may have picked the wrong career because suspicious husbands refuse to let him massage their wives' breasts.
What? You're not gonna let this man massage your wife's breasts?
He just
What do you
wants
mean,
to.
Eddie?
Let him
He's
do it.
Asian. They're not
Come
attracted to
on.
him. It's fine.
Come on.
Well, they
He's
might be
Asian in
attracted to
China.
him.
Oh,
do
that's a
it.
problem.
They have no choice.
Breastfeeding there is sucking on
If it's
tits.
a clinical
shit.
thing, whatever.
Also, to be fair, I imagine like that when you're breastfeeding, your nipples are like bloody because you have like a child gnawing on them.
Well, they don't have teeth, really.
They gum at it. It hurts. It hurts.
How do you know?
They
How
gum
do you
at it.
know?
Because
I
I've
actually
seen my
watched-
sister's nipples after, like in the middle of her
Jackie.
being
I watched the
breastfed.
worst documentary of all time on HBO by this. She's a lesbian woman. She and her partner had a baby. Nina Davenport is her name, and it's a documentary about the childbirth. And I saw the childbirth, and then I saw the baby like learning how to suckle on the teat. And apparently, kids are real stupid, and they don't know how to get the milk out. So you got to like put the mouth up to it proper. And it fucking looked like she was having sex with me because she looked like in a lot of pain. You know, she looked like she was having a
That's what I'm
terrible
saying.
time.
I think that it's like obviously he's touching them and they're not feeling any kind of sexual sensation. It's only painful.
Let me give you some more information. Yang Jun, 29, from Puyang, Henan province in central China, is
I
one
love
of
that place.
only 3 male experts in the whole country providing the service. But despite graduating with honors, Jun has only 2 new mothers who pay him $30 a time to massage their breasts for 90 minutes to help with milk production.
He got a degree in touching titties?
Wow.
He got a degree in massaging breasts?
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to college.
Indeed.
I don't know. I think this alliance with China is gonna fucking pan out, man.
I'm going back to school.
It's like China's full of just like evergreen university where you can create your own major.
Oh my
Well,
god!
there's one thing I've learned is that whenever you're massaging a woman, and I can do this as a gay man, is you always when you're massaging their shoulders, you pull down and like right above the boob, you massage their pectoral muscle.
Tit meat.
Because that's what holds. That's
The
where
tit meat,
Yes.
you mean?
Yeah, the tits hang above the pecs.
God, I wish you would come out as straight right now. And this is just amazing that you just got all these incredible fucking titties your entire life.
Just for attention.
So much
Walter's
all it is.
just looking about it anatomically. For you guys, it's just like boobies.
Oh, big old boobs! You had them full of sweet liquid.
Yeah, he's like
But
actually
the weird thing for
registering
me
it.
about this whole thing is that like, isn't it like a clinical degree? Isn't that?
Yeah, you got the degree.
Yeah, he's got degree. He graduated with honor.
massaging titties.
So why is everybody being all suspicious? He's being a doctor about it.
He
Doctors
says,
look at-
I'm beginning to think this wasn't such a good idea. The husbands are very suspicious. All the women I trained with have hundreds of clients, but as soon as the husbands realize I'm a man, they turn me down. I'm really very good at this, so people will only give
this
me
is
a
his
check.
life
Pure
calling. It's so
sexism.
sad. Yeah, it
Pure
is sexism.
sexism.
I think I would rather I'd
woman.
I'd go for a woman.
But you just want to watch and jack off in the corner because you're a fucking pervert.
Yep.
I mean, this guy it's a medical he might be gay. He could be gay himself.
You should say it.
I mean, I don't know if you can be gay in
Probably
China.
get better
I mean, here's a
business.
picture of the guy. Judge
Oh,
for
really? Let's make a
yourself.
snap judgment about his sex. He's
gay,
gay.
totally
He is
gay.
gay.
Totally
He's
gay.
wearing a necklace.
He has the same haircut I do.
That's what I was just. Yeah, exactly. He does.
Yeah.
Does the guy have a name?
His name is Young Jun.
Is take it.
That's amazing.
No.
that means June 1st.
As a lady, I mean, you go to a female gynecologist or you go to a male
I
gynecologist?
actually was just talking about this. Last week I went to my first male gynecologist.
Did you enjoy the experience?
It had nothing to do with the fact that he was a man, but they have bigger fingers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It hurt.
See,
A lot.
that's
How
what
many
I hear.
times you squirt?
Did I squirt?
How many times?
Well, he was talking about Son of Sam while he was doing it.
So you squirted a lot.
I
You
was
squirted
just like, juice.
It's like one of those old fucking Starburst commercials.
Thank God we put
drains in this
floor.
And what did the dog tell him next? What
Oh my God, it was so great.
So the guy had bigger fingers and he puts them inside of you.
Yeah.
But it's not sexual at all. Do you have to get wet before you get one of these things done?
No, they
your
squirt
Rolodex?
you full
What
of
is he doing?
juice.
Oh, they squirt you up.
And
They-
this is what I want to know because I've seen the things that do the pap smears and they open you up. But like, do they ever?
It's called a speculum.
Thank you.
It's, like that, it's a little medical thing that looks like a vice.
Yeah, it looks like a duck.
To be a speculum.
the horrors of my day. That's the worst possible job ever.
He wants to be reincarnated.
But do they actually like put their fingers up you and like feel around?
No, they
like,
swab up. They put a swab up there, and it goes up inside of your uterus.
Ooh.
And then they take their fingers and they shove their fingers in there just to like feel around.
they're all
for
gloved
like,
up.
Yeah, just-
yeah. But these fingers were so thick,
Yeah, like mine?
thicker.
Really?
Bigger than Ed.
How big was this man?
He was
got
a
little
small
fucking-
guy.
Was
He
his
had
name
big
Ivan?
hands.
Yeah.
And then when he did like the breast check, they finger dance on your breasts.
Looking for the
And he
cancer.
stared me in the eyes the entire time.
Were you in a doctor's office or a
I
bar
was. There was a
bathroom?
woman present. I was just like,
Was she sad to watch it? Was
She kept laughing at everything that he said. He's like,
He's got
he's
his, like-
funny. He's funny. Because he's talking about Son of Sam the entire time.
Right,
Because he lived down the block from him.
Oh, wow.
That's
Interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh. And the nurse was from Helena, Georgia, or something.
Yeah, no, I was in Florida.
Oh, okay.
That's great. And so he just stare. I feel like staring at you is the weirdest part about the whole
Usually you
thing.
look away. They
You would
all
think
look
you look
away.
away.
Well, the thing is,
So you're not going to go back to a man,
better
Jackie?
than-
No.
Oh, you're going to go. Okay, stick
No,
with
their
the
fingers are too big.
Shouldn't he be looking at your tits?
No, they're just feeling for lumps.
Yeah.
What words are wrong to say when they're looking at your tits and touching your pussy? Be like,
Tits,
oh, nice.
pussy, or
Toot-
immediate.
You can't say that.
Immediately,
That's true.
those are no words.
Yeah.
That's what. I
They teach you that like day number one.
I had a
say-
female gynecologist tell me that my breasts were soft one time, and that made me uncomfortable as well.
I don't know why, but I
Seems
imagine
like
the
a
word
compliment.
lunch is bad to say.
Lunch.
Lunch is after.
I mean, that's gotta be that's a compliment she gave you. She touches tits all day long,
That's true.
every day. She said you got soft tits.
So I got soft tits.
Did she do it in like that new age gross way where it's just like your breasts are soft?
Oh my goodness.
Like I just.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I don't like it, Jackie. I don't like it whatsoever. Come to me from now on.
Okay, yeah, you got it. You can
Yeah,
finger dance on my tits.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure your asshole has no cancer. I don't fucking know.
That's a proctologist, dude.
Oh, that's a proctologist. I'm not a real doctor.
You're not?
Yeah, you're gonna find that
After
out.
all the physicals you've given me, Kissel?
Yeah. Turns out you're not supposed to come on him afterwards. I haven't had sex in a very long time.
Oh, you
yeah,
have
fucking
this
right.
morning.
Yeah, fucking right.
About? I'm sorry. Move on, Marcus. I forced
no
us
excuse.
To move. So anyway, the end of this story. Chinese fella, he's groping the ladies' titties, and no one goes to him.
Yeah, no one goes to him.
Go to him if you're in
Sexism.
China.
He looks like a Chinese version of Chris Angel.
He does.
Well,
Oh,
that's
like the
because that's
magician
the
guy?
black T-shirt.
And the necklace.
Yeah, also the
Never
necklace.
trust a man wearing a necklace or an anklet.
Cut, like where the neckline is like it's not a tank top. It's just like
It's a
shirt
V.
that's
Isn't
given
it a
up.
V?
Nice
I thought?
V-neck
It's
shirt.
not.
He looks
It's not a
very-
V. It's just the neckline is large.
That's called actually a pirate.
All right with the gays. Let's move on.
Yeah, thank you, Holden.
All right, so we're gonna go from China over to Thailand.
Oh wow.
Oh, same difference?
Yeah.
Why not?
What are we
Just a
getting?
cum shot away.
Are we getting some really cheap sneakers?
We might.
Jackie, what do Thai people talk like? Is it a little different from Chinese?
Holden, do you have to set her up for these
Well, they
things?
definitely have like a smaller mouth in Thailand.
Okay.
You know?
It's also, they're all standing really close to each
these. Oh, who didn't you want? Big noodles you want?
That is what they sound like, so that's actually fine.
And they hate Gary Glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Turn them
Gary
in.
Glitter?
Yeah.
Gary Glitter.
Hey!
How does everyone know that?
I don't know. I have no idea what happened. I feel like I'm in some
he also
gay
sang-
version of fucking the Roundtable. This is like an episode of Glee. I'm dying over here.
What are you talking about? That's a sports song.
Every fucking sports game ever.
That's a pretty masculine song. Hey! It is. It's got a bass line.
He also.
I love the Dolphins. Jesus Christ! All right.
Also, in Thailand, they eat bird fetuses, which is disgusting.
Interesting. Okay.
Isn't that just eggs?
Yeah.
No, developed. So the little bird body is like.
Oh,
it's
really?
Gross.
Good.
It's all
You smash it up
purple.
with a hammer and snort it.
It's all purple and veiny. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's better than little
Bones
boys.
and feathers and shit.
Yeah, it has the bones.
Little
No
boys
feathers.
urine. Where's that? Japan.
That's
Fucking
in
Japan.
China.
Yeah, in China
In
they eat
Thailand, they also have the contest for ladyboys to be
Yeah.
beauty queens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they look
Thailand.
great.
That's nice.
All right.
They
Now that we've
look
given the
great.
audience an idea of what Thailand is, let's go to the story.
In Thailand, either it's Thailand or the Philippines, the third gender is officially recognized by the government.
Yeah, it's actually very progressive.
Parts
In
of Africa,
Thailand,
too.
penis chooses you.
All right, Marcus, go to the fucking story. Jesus Christ, we're losing listeners.
A Dallas businessman was stabbed to death early Wednesday in a karaoke bar in Thailand after an allegedly drunken argument with the band because he and his son refused to stop singing and leave the stage. Police arrested 3 band members over the killing of 51-year-old Bobby Ray Carter Jr., who was stabbed in the chest outside the Little Longhorn Saloon in Ao Nang Beach in Krabi on Thailand's west coast. His 27-year-old son, Adam, was injured outside. The Carters were participating in Jam with the Band, which offers bar patrons a free CD of their sing-along. Witnesses said Bobby Carter got angry when the band played Hotel California instead of the song he requested, and he refused to step down. Carter then became enraged when the 3 musicians took a break, and he knocked over their tip box after demanding his gratuity be returned. As they left the bar, the Carters then confronted the band outside and resumed the argument. Here's one of the musicians said, "The father knocked me to the ground first, and I could not breathe because he was sitting on my chest.
He's a big fat Texan.
Then I spotted a sharp piece of metal nearby, so I grabbed it and stabbed him."
He stood his ground. I think this is fine. I mean, what do you think here? We have the Texas fella.
So what was the song that they
Well,
wanted
it-
to
it
sing?
It doesn't say what the song they
it
wanted.
definitely was not Hotel California.
I'm
we
gonna
know
guess
that.
Frank Sinatra.
I was
guess
going to
no,
say
it's not Frank.
Desperado.
He's a
Freebird.
Texan.
I'm thinking, you know what? Walter probably has it right with something with Freebird or Leonard Skinner.
Now I'm thinking all my exes live in Texas. Little good old George Strait.
All right.
Don't ride a bull.
Don't roller skate in a buffalo herd. Roger
This guy.
Miller.
What about I got friends in low places?
Yeah,
There could be
Garth
that.
song.
It could be a Garth.
Much more likely.
I think the biggest problem I have with this story is that there's a place you can go that when you karaoke, you get a CD of what you karaoke.
Who wants to hear it?
Who wants to fucking hear that shit?
I never want that
I'm
memory.
I'm fucking wasted off my ass every
That's
time I
right.
karaoke.
It's bad enough
Yeah, but
waking
you
up with
are
a fat chick.
amazing at karaoke.
I don't think that that's true.
Well, Jackie is.
I don't know.
well,
I'm
she's
wasted every
talented.
time I see you do it. So.
I guarantee you, this Texas fellow wasn't singing like a talented Zebrowski.
Although, as much as I feel like I openly hate Hotel California.
Yeah.
But when it comes on 5 times when I'm in Florida, like every day on the classic rock station, I sing along to it.
I'll tell you what, man.
Well, I know the lyrics.
How about that? Dance to remember, dance to forget.
This guy's last words might have been, "I hate the fucking Eagles."
And it would make a lot of sense.
I bet there's been a lot of people that was the last words of.
I mean,
should be on his
what are the
tombstone.
literally the only 2 options for the end of that sentence are either the Chinese or the Eagles, right? I hate the Chinese or I hate the Eagles. Or what is this? Thai, rather.
No, and the band members, the entire band was charged with assault and murder.
I mean, I feel like.
So what? No, but there's only 3 of them, so it was 3-2.
Yeah, they
Well,
all
it was 3 to
they
1, I
joined
think.
in.
Yeah, no,
What-
the son got injured as well.
Oh,
What
the
I
son
don't
the son
understand
jumped in?
Is I thought in those countries when you kill an American, it just gets put under the rug.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You're supposed to kill
right?
an American.
Because they come into
No,
your
no,
country.
no.
It's like when you kill a cockroach when it's in your house.
I mean, do they have trials in Thailand, or do they solve problems a different way? Like
They do it like how you.
I saw Brokedown Palace.
They just beat the kid.
No, that was
Right.
Singapore.
Singapore.
Yeah.
Thailand.
Do they
No,
just?
that was Singapore.
I always
Singapore
imagine.
and Thailand?
Same
No.
difference.
I think Singapore's a country.
I always
two different
imagine
countries.
it was.
What's the country?
Yeah.
What's the country where the guy got whipped?
That was Singapore.
Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't been paying attention.
I remember that because Emilio Estevez did the SNL sketch of it, and Pearl Jam was on. I got to stay up late and watch that episode of SNL.
That sounds like a real good memory.
I remember my father being happy the kid got beat.
Yeah. Oh, a new thing I can do to Ed.
I never thought of using a cane.
Hey, fun.
Cane's like a big hard stick.
Beating you with my words and my hands all this time. I can have accessories with this job of being an abusive father. So they're gonna go to prison, huh?
Oh yeah, and Bobby Ray Carter owned LED Cool Lights, an LED lighting manufacturer with offices in Dallas and China.
Oh man,
Really?
So this guy's just trying to get better light bulbs for the environment, energy saver.
No.
Wait.
He goes to
Wait.
China
No,
and he
I
goes
agree
down and
with
he goes to Thailand. These people are very wasteful.
I
Yeah.
smell.
I
I
agree.
actually-
That's not
You
even
get these
true.
fucking his 5-year-old workers in there. They're making the light bulb.
Man, you
I
wasted a very good, perfectly good American.
I smell a
guy's better in
big
the world.
conspiracy here. First off, this is Texas.
Yeah,
So-
karaoke.
Karaoke, but you
No,
know what
it
I
happened in Thailand, but he's from Texas.
Right, but they're from Texas, so I think the son orchestrated this whole thing in order to take over his father's company because he has been secretly been dealing with his mother, a Oedipal syndrome, if you will, or a Hamlet scenario.
You mean he's fucking the shit out of her pussy?
Thank you.
I
you
like
wanna weigh in on
Jackie's
that?
explanation better.
Holden?
is trying to take over and get his dad out of the picture.
Are you gonna kill your father so that you can take over his roses?
No, I need Daddy there to watch it.
That's the most disgusting thing you've ever said.
Yeah, that's one thing we've never fully explored is that part of Holden's mommy fetish is making his father watch.
Yeah, Daddy's there. Daddy's
Cuckolding.
there. Yay, we
Daddy's
can do it
sad.
now.
He's more of a referee.
Yeah.
It's an actual sexual fetish.
Traveling,
It's cuckolding.
traveling. Holden, get back on her.
Oh, dribbling.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He also has all the bandages, so we can bandage us up as we go without having to stop.
Yeah, because they fuck like cats and bite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they like to look like mummies.
And
so
my
together-
penis is barbed like a cat's.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
No, it's
Yeah.
very exciting. I'm happy to know the things that I just thought about. I'm disgusted.
Are you thinking further?
I was just really thinking about like being like.
I don't know. We laid it out there pretty thick. I don't
Yeah,
know what.
yeah.
I'll tell you-
where your creativity could have went.
Yeah, it was a pretty vivid.
It was. That was.
I'll tell you what, you were welcome at my house for a beanie weenie night anytime. We'll be together, we'll eat some beanie weenies, and we will see who wins, my friend.
You're gonna win, man.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna lose.
I'm
it's
gonna
a bit
win.
of a battle, sir, when we're dealing with nighttime games.
Yeah. Don't get between Holden and his canned hot dogs.
Yeah. My special mommy lady and my father and our delicate caress.
God, that's it's almost like a symphony.
It's beautiful.
When you think about the relationship with you and your
And
parents.
It really is.
And when we fuck, also, I wanted to add, we listened to I Want Candy.
Okay, good.
On
That's
repeat.
good. Wait, the Aaron Carter version?
No, the old I Want Candy.
Yeah, the Bow Wow Wow version.
I Want
That's
Candy.
actually the second version of that song.
Yeah, it was made in the 50s.
Yeah. The Bow Wow Wow is actually a cover.
Yep.
Well,
More you know.
Yeah.
The more you know. Indeed. The more you know about Holden having his father watch him have sex with his mother, the more you know. Well, I Want Candy. I want to move on to a story.
all right.
Does it involve Holden and his mother?
Well, next one up. This involves children.
Yay!
Oh, finally.
Is it a pedophile corner?
It is not.
my pregnancy?
We haven't had a pedophile corner in quite a while, by
I
the
know,
way.
because you fucking bitch and moan every time we do one.
I do not bitch and moan.
You every time it's like, I thought we weren't doing pedophile corner anymore.
I prefer
Ooh,
to have
that was
less-
a good impression.
All right, you heard it here first, listeners. If you want Pedophile Corner back, let's get on Facebook.
Rape a
Let
kid.
us know. Yeah, rape a kid.
You want to make it on the show?
And rape a kid screaming, I love the Roundtable of Gentlemen.
But do it in a funny way.
Yeah, please.
He didn't have a van, but it was just like this really bizarre hay truck. He's
Oh my
like,
god, and he had a silly wig on.
Anyway, the cop said he screamed, "This is for Marcus," when he came.
Marcus, would you like that?
No, the answer is no. I'm answering it for you, for fuck's sake. No, we can bring pedophile corner back. We just got very pedophile heavy for a couple of months, and I just requested.
It was just what's in the news, man.
Yeah, it's what Marcus
we don't
fucking-
make the news.
We're holding a mirror to society, man.
Let's just talk about something else.
That's what it is.
Jesus Christ.
Someone's
Or
gotta
making
build
fun of
bridges.
victims of pedophilia.
We're not. We're supporting them.
That's right.
Yeah, we're making fun of the pedophiles, not the victims.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
I-
A 12-year-old boy is being charged with using a BB gun to rob a 10-year-old boy who is running a lemonade stand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get him.
I like this.
Who gives a
Yep.
fuck? Right?
Sergeant Patrick Goggin said the incident.
What are these people?
Pat
Where is
Goggin,
this?
Yeah, there was a
Pennsylvania.
cop on the scene who had to like take this seriously.
He
I
says
hope
the
cop
incident
is like
happened.
14.
He says the incident happened about 5:45 p.m. Monday when the 12-year-old approached the stand with what appeared to be a handgun in his pocket and threatened the younger boy. Goggins said the boys, quote, got into a wrestling match over the money box.
Oh man, this 10-year-old's got some fucking balls.
Fuck you, dude. Don't you come at me like that.
Yeah, before the older boy took $30 and ran away.
A very successful lemonade
That's a
stand,
very
right?
successul
Yeah.
lemonade
$30
stand.
as a 10-year-old? You could do
You know,
so
he's
much shit
just
with
watching them.
$30.
10 cents a fucking lemonade.
10 cents, 25 cents?
He's just strutting around.
No,
with
it's
his
up to
shit.
50 cents now. It's up to
No,
50
it's at least
cents.
$1.
It's 50 cents.
Is that where lemonade's at? You think it's a bucket? You think it's
It
a bucket
has
cup?
to be. It all depends. Well, what neighborhood was it in? That's the biggest
Well, it's in
thing.
It
Pennsylvania.
was in
so-
Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Ooh, Johnstown.
I don't know what that reaction was.
It's a Johnstown.
Holden hates Johnstown.
well, I mean, if you think about like, was it kind of like a lower income area? You know
I
what
feel
mean?
like
No, it can't be
I
that lower
hope
income.
that the 12-year-old at least made the 10-year-old take off all of his clothes, right?
No, I think he just beat him in the street.
Yeah, Jagger, there's no way to turn this
There's
into
that little
pedophile.
stand.
I
that
really
gets, like,
wanted to be a
knocked over.
pedophile corner.
Johnstown is like a place where you go learn how to buy prostitutes.
Sure, it sounds like it, yeah.
Oh, Johnstown.
Yeah, Mike. I really want to know. I really want to know how the 12-year-old like got the idea to go rob this.
What do you mean?
Every day
How'd you get the idea?
he's out there, he's seeing money being made. Money.
$30
money,
a
money,
fucking day for
money.
this 10-year-old.
Building up his
Yeah, and
anger.
this little 10-year-old kid's just sitting out there all by himself.
Yeah,
no
no,
one's
like
looking.
But how much of a
Slinging
pussy is
country
the
time.
12-year-old? Because he's going after a lemonade stand. Why doesn't he go to a fucking corner store?
He's 12.
He
and
knows he
knock
can
that
get
the
that
fuck out.
money.
Start low.
He's smart. What I feel
Well, he's
sad
probably
about
doing both.
is that I feel like that 12-year-old kid is going to be put into the same kind of juvie center as in Sleepers.
Oh, where he gets violently raped.
Yeah.
We will have a pedophile.
And it's not worth it for a lemonade stand. Exactly. Go big.
Go
if you're going to
big.
fucking rob someone and you're 12,
Rob a nun.
rob a nun. Rob a whole church. Rob a fucking, shoot everybody in a house and take all their money.
Exactly.
How much money does a nun have?
No, if I'm going to commit a crime, I'm not committing petty fucking little shit. I'm going huge. I'm fucking holding up in a fucking building, taking everybody hostage, and demanding, $6 billion.
He's 12. And no one's giving you $6 billion.
I'm gonna rob a dog.
Yeah. Take him off his fur. Did you call him Henry?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
that was a diss on you, Holden.
Yeah, that's right.
Henry's tubs of fun.
Starting to look pretty round, Holden. Watch out.
Holden, if you had a carnival game named after you, what would it be?
Pussy and loud.
I was going to say the Goofmobile, but I guess we're going with that, aren't we?
Well, the Goofmobile, I think Pussy and Loud is probably the best.
Pussy and Loud, it would just be like throwing darts at like balloons that are filled on a neck, and you have to like pop them.
I imagine it's one of those like mini roller coaster things that just go in a circle up and down and flashing lights and all this stuff, but at the same time it's just like shooting crap.
See, I was thinking it'd be more like you have to sit in this box with me for an hour, and you win the like stuffed animal cat, and then we get in the box, and I'm just like, see, for like a solid hour, Johnstown.
What listeners don't know is that that's what we actually do for Murder Fizz.
All the time.
Yeah, that's how we write.
Every single fucking week.
Yeah, they figure that out.
I hate writing.
Me like it. Me speaking a British accent when I do it.
Marcus, what's another story? Or are we still on this one? Are we done with Lemonade Stand? The kids going to juvie someplace?
We're done with Lemonade Stand.
Okay.
Let's move on to B News.
Okay, let's go to... Is this a new segment?
The letter B.
Oh.
Blazing butts of booze.
Pedophile bees.
Honey.
Oh man, pedophile bees, I could get behind.
They're very rare. It's a rare...
Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, fucking
The
right.
younger cousin of the killer bee.
Pedophile bee.
When I was 10, a bunch of bees flew up my butt.
It formed a penis and went up in me.
Oh god, they spit their honey inside of my butt.
Oh, now I'm a senator.
Oh, vote for me.
A swarm of about 30,000 bees has attacked a North Texas couple as they exercised their miniature horses, stinging the animals so many times they died.
Whoa.
Not the miniature horses.
Oh, they're so small.
You mean Holden?
He's a big, fat horse.
Aren't you supposed to use your tail to swat them away, Holden?
I mean, Holden, as a horse, how would you get a bunch of bees off of you?
Just gnaw on them?
Yeah, essentially, I smoke a cigar. That's how I do it.
Learn how to box.
With a nice monocle.
Yeah, it does work. You use smoke to get bees
A
away.
big, oversized cigar.
Yeah, you can get 'em
absolutely.
drunk. You can get them drunk on smoke, right?
Wait, so the people were stung as well, correct?
Yeah, the Fort West Star-Telegram reports 44-year-old Christian Beauregard.
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 Yeah,
Beauregards are highly.
Don't clap for that.
That was the worst.
Love it.
Ed,
please.
say it again, friend.
Oh, she better be on guard.
Get rid of it. Edit it out again. Double edit. I don't like it.
Give it a take 3, Ed.
Oh man, don't guard bees.
Okay, well now I'm on board. Now I really love it. I really like the first two, and I love the last one. Here we
She
are.
was stung 200 times.
Yep.
Wow,
She
what a
says-
pussy.
Damn shame.
Yeah, she says that she was stung 200 times and her boyfriend around 50 times.
Okay. Well,
That boyfriend got the fuck out of there. That's why he's
Get
throwing
away.
it
Why didn't he
50
dodge the bullet?
Yeah,
I
she
mean, this
says
certainly
that
settles the argument. Are men better athletes than women? And I would say yes,
Yes.
because he got stung 50 times and she got stung 200
Baby,
times.
run! Baby, run!
Oh,
Run,
girl,
baby!
girl.
Don't
You
go,
are
run
exactly
away!
150 bee bites faster than me.
Stop telling me what to do.
Well, why are you yelling at me? You're covered in bees right now. I'm just trying to help you.
point. That's not what I'm saying.
She says the swarm chased them down and followed them. She says they were sweeping up piles of bees like a bad movie. She says firefighters sprayed
Or the
a foam
greatest
substance to clear the bees and dragged the horses to a pasture to be treated by police and paramedics. A 6-year-old show horse died before a veterinarian arrived. A Shetland pony spent a night at a veterinary clinic but also died.
Oh, that's
How many? It doesn't say how many
Bees took
times
out
the
a
horses
horse.
I
got.
don't think they counted the horses. And by the way, it said the number of times that they were stung. This is an estimate from Miss Beauregard.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then once you get a dead horse, you don't really count the bee stings. You just start hacking up the body.
Yeah, you just gotta have some nice dinner
Just get
there.
fucking
Package
rid
that
of
up,
it.
send it straight
Shit
to the
ton
glue
of
factory.
glue.
What do you
Yeah.
do with
Yeah.
a tiny horse anyway?
Oh,
you put him on a podcast.
Exactly.
Johnstown! Johnstown!
God, you are looking worse and worse, Holden. What is happening to you?
I'm changing.
We need to do this. We need to have this a video podcast. It needs to be a video. Everyone needs to see how.
I know the only
interesting
time it
Holden
was
looks.
ever filmed was the only time my mother flew surprisingly from Florida into New York to
And it
give
was
me
weird
an
because
intervention.
Holden didn't actually come up on camera. You
No.
can't film
Oh,
him.
you can't film him. He's like a vampire.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't come up,
blurry.
but I came. Bitch!
Marcus, what's another
You
story?
don't come, you leak.
I'm
Hey, did somebody call the plumber? No, Holden's just been leaking all fucking.
Oh, fuck, baby,
all
I'm about to
fucking
leak
night.
real slow. I'm about to leak all over you really, really slowly. Oh!
The nuts get tighter.
Yeah.
The bottom apartment of the apartment beneath ours is just flooded constantly because Holden's always leaking.
Yeah, he's just drooling out of his dick.
My bed, my mattress is more like a sponge, sir, and it is filled with it.
I know. I've sat on it.
Yeah, we all have.
Changing.
Okay, one more news story.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Let's do one more. A Cumberland man angry because his internet service wasn't working was jailed Sunday morning after he allegedly threw a cat out of the second-story window of an Altamont Terrace apartment and punched a female family member in the face.
That happens.
We went to jail for punching her. You can just throw a cat out of a second-story window. Nothing's going to happen to it.
The cat's fine.
Yeah, we always used to do that.
Sure.
You always toss the cat.
Wait,
you
hold
toss
on.
the cat off the balcony.
Why?
Wait a second. What?
What?
So you just always used to throw cats off a second
Balconies.
off any
And it's
floor.
fun. It comes back right back. You throw it off again. It's like fun for it.
Right.
I don't think that's true.
No, it's not. No, it hates the cat. Actually, doesn't love it.
Then why did it come back?
Because it has nowhere else to go, Ed.
Oh,
What
God.
was the last part of that?
He punched a female family member in the face.
See, that slipped by. That part I feel like should have taken
the lead.
I don't know. Throwing a cat
Yeah,
out a
but the
window or
bitch
punching a chick in
probably
the face.
deserved it. I feel like most of the times when a bitch gets punched in the face, she deserves it.
Well, if
Color
the
lady.
window is shut, then that's more of a crime.
But this is all over internet. This is all over about not having an internet. So I imagine what actually happened was it was just like, bitch, you didn't pay that bill. That's my Kevin Barnett impression. But
I'll give you an A+++.
It's a replica Kegel, am I right?
Oh, Kegel.
Kegel.
Yeah. Pussy exercise for you, sir.
And hate.
Yeah. Anyway, no, but I imagine it was just like, he got mad at the other lady for not paying the internet bill.
Right.
And so he took the one thing that was precious to her,
The cat.
fucking cat that she's always fucking talking about,
yeah, all right.
tossed it out the fucking window. She comes at him and he punches her to get her off of him because she didn't fucking pay the bill.
Oh, no. There's another layer to the story. He threw the cat out of the window first.
Okay.
That was fine. The
Antagonistic.
punch in the face came after he tried throwing the dog out the window.
Whoa! Uncalled for. Dogs don't land on their feet. That dog would die.
You can't be throwing a dog out of a
You never threw dogs off balconies, did you, Eddie?
No.
You better
You're a good
fucking
man.
not have Eddie.
That's
I like
right, Eddie.
doggies.
If
Everyone
Ed saw a dog fly out of a person's window, he'd literally bust down the door and go punch the guy in the head.
The only situation you want to throw a dog is if another dog is going to catch that dog.
Yes. Or if the dog is biting you.
Like an Air Bud, sort of like FDNY
like
sort
a
of thing?
Dotson and a
FDNY.
Marmaduke kind of thing, where you just like use it like
Yeah.
a stick.
Or you toss it in the pool.
And for context, this all happened at 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, he was
Should've
methed
woke
out
him
of his
up.
mind.
Yeah.
He was methed out of his fucking gourd.
Yeah.
He was still drunk.
Just throwing any animal that he saw out the window.
Yeah. Where was this?
This was in. Let me check here. This
I'm
was
gonna
in,
say,
What are we guessing?
I'm going
let's
with
guess.
Florida.
I'm going to say
No,
Alabama.
I'm
I'd
gonna say
say-
Virginia.
All right.
Oklahoma,
Montana.
somewhere-
Montana, Oklahoma,
Ed, what do you got? Who do you
Georgia.
think?
He says Cumberland. I remember Cumberland Farms
Yeah.
is where we used to buy
Cumberland.
liquor.
You guys are way off. This is in England.
Oh!
They don't even have balconies in
Overseas.
England. They all live in the dirt. What
Out a window.
I agree.
Yeah, Cumberland Farms is where we used to always get our underage alcohol back in Boca.
Throw
I
a
take
cat
it
out of
back. It's in upstate New York.
So
We
you
did
were just
steal
like-
a lot of those limey names from them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No,
Well, we
I
do it
take
better.
it back. It's in Maryland.
Oh, that's
Why are you
so
doing
it's
this?
New Cumberland.
Why did you doing this to us?
I don't know how to feel
Well,
about
I
any
looked
of
up the Wikipedia, and then I saw Cumberland, England, and then I looked at other stories, and it mentioned Pizza Hut. I'm like, oh, it must be the other one in New York. And
Pizza
then,
Hut in England.
And then I looked at the weather on the side of the webpage, and it said
Says
Cumberland, Maryland.
MD.
It's 77 degrees
If
there.
I have to hear the
nice
word
there.
Cumberland one more time, I'm going to call up all my ex-girlfriends ex-girlfriends and re-break up with them.
Whoa! Don't you mean have them re-break up with you? Break up with them for the first time? When was the last time you left a woman?
Get dumped by them.
That is true. Yeah, get dumped by him all over again.
I want to hear you call all your ex-girlfriends and re-break up with them and be like, I left you, Holden. And they're like, oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
And I ain't coming back.
And I'm done too.
Now I'm gonna go play with my penis, and you're not gonna be there for the fun make.
All right, speaking of Holden, it's time for a segment from Holden McNeely.
My God, it's a monster. He must be changing.
So are you becoming a tiny horse or a lizard?
Is he a large lizard or a small horse?
Small horse.
I don't know.
And he's a shape-shifting alien like the Thing.
Well, you might be the president soon.
You never became a sexy woman. I'm waiting for that change. Am I right?
So what do you guys think? Hizzard or Lorse?
Let's go with Hizzard.
I'm a huge fan of the Lorse.
You like Lorse?
Kissel, if
Hizzard and
if
Lorse
Holden,
is so good.
Yeah.
If Holden shapeshifted into a really fucking sexy woman, and you knew that he was Holden,
Certainly wouldn't need lube.
would you fuck him?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Changing.
Nope. Nope, never mind.
I kind of like Lorse too.
Doesn't say anything about Holden,
Lorse?
it's more about Ben.
Whenever he talks, it's in Lorse code.
I was singing Lizorse, so I could be kind of like Snoop Dogg-ish. Yeah. What up, my Lizorse? Okay.
I like lizards.
All right, we're gonna do a segment. All right, this is a segment where we all talk in foreign accents at the same time.
I did not approve this beforehand. That's just a dog.
All right, today's segment, we are doing Murder Fist Moments of Changing. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick our favorite. I don't know, man. I've drank way too much this week. I need a break.
Is this what this is you hungover?
My mind is gush right now. My mind is moosh moosh. I'm stressed out and drinking a lot too much.
Double
Mashes your body.
moosh.
Moosh mash.
Double moosh.
But
Maker's moosh.
I'm here to talk about a Murder Fist moment. Multi-millionaire Murder Fist enthusiast Marcus Parks is going to pick the best moment.
Word.
My moment is an obvious one. Greatest performance experience of my life. The 12-hour-long show that we did.
Yeah.
I have to say it right off the bat. I thought about maybe the well, I'm sure you guys are going to name the other one I was
Why don't you
thinking.
name
I thought we were gonna get
of the 12-hour show?
Yeah, moment of the
get
12-hour
specific.
show. I don't know,
Event.
when they were all chanting our fucking name at the end, being fucking, the whole place was packed. Rock and roll. Yeah.
Well, that's a very funny moment that you remember.
Ego time.
No, me and
My
Ben were there.
favorite-
I forgot.
We were selling merch.
You guys so much, and you were there the entire
And you guys
12
got-
hours.
yeah,
with
12
us.
hours.
And you guys
I
got
don't-
wasted.
I don't
Shit,
remember.
fucking
You
hammer.
guys were
I
like one
do
eye
not
open.
remember the last hour and a
Well,
half.
Marcus
of
made
the
the mistake of trying to drink with me. I think you were trying to keep up with me.
Never
And I
keep up
obviously-
with
Yeah,
Kiss
I was
Man.
trying,
No.
but it was also a time of Four Locos.
That's true.
Oh man,
I
we
drank
did go through that phase.
I drank a lot of
altogether.
Four Locos that night, but you know what? At the end of the night, still got a number from a gal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
Do you remember
man.
what she looked like?
She looked
was
like a door. She looked like a...
She actually looked like the door that I was carving my number into.
Yeah.
27B.
But like really fucking, I was like,
Her name was
got
Green
big
Room.
clip.
Oh yeah.
I was turning her on.
Oh, first floor apartment 2.
Walter, what's your favorite Murder Fist moment?
Oh God! All right, I would have to say my favorite Murder Fist moment, which is an
Where you
entire
look the
thing.
best, where everyone loves you the best. What's
together?
Yes, that is exactly. No, my favorite Murder Fist moment actually happens many times because of the biggest sketch that we do, Boardroom, that a lot of people have seen. There's always a moment at the very end where Henry and I always look at each other. Where we have a little interaction, and every time we always do something different to each other, and it's awesome. That's my moment.
When
with
is
Murder
that?
Fist.
I thought you were gonna say after Henry lost weight and we could see his fucking nut sack.
He has lost a
Disgusting.
lot of weight.
We are doing Boardroom at the 10th anniversary
are
show.
doing it there, yes.
If you come, you will
We'll
see
his
Henry's
tank.
nuts.
You can
nuts.
see deep within him.
That's right.
Personally had to tell him because when he holds it with one hand, you see all of his bush and you see his nuts.
'Cause he
now
lost
because
the
he
weight.
lost too
Just
much
the
weight.
bush. Everyone's
He
got
lost
the bush.
weight. The
I
belly used to
cannot
cover
see
it.
those things. I cannot
don't
unsee
look
those
at them.
things.
I love that you can see your sister's gnawed up tit.
Yeah.
But you can't see a little bit of fucking bush hair.
It's red. It's fucking like red.
The gnawed up tit makes me want to
Fucking
fucking punch a
solid
mailman
Yeah, well,
and
Henry
throw
and I
up.
don't even hug, so let's just keep it at that.
Littlefield, 8 p.m., August 8th. Come watch Henry Zebrowski reveal his nuts to you.
Right? But no, to answer Ed's question, it's Juice give me the green light to kick the shit out of Patrick, and we always had this tiny little moment with each other afterwards and before we go on. And
It's beautiful.
I just love it. That's my favorite moment.
Wonderful.
That's great.
Ben Kissel, what's the thing you love most about Murderfist?
I live with Holden McNeely, which means I live on a farm. The thing is, the greatest memory I have with Murder Fist is when the last person leaves my apartment after rehearsal. And I'm just like, oh, they're gone. And
But
now
I
the
never
place-
leave.
And then he stays, and we just laugh and laugh, and I watch him play video games for hours. They're an edgy group. You wouldn't believe what they do.
Going back to what Walter said, I have a good boardroom moment. It's not my favorite thing, but I just want to bring it up.
Well, explain what boardroom is.
Boardroom is basically, it's like, where's the numbers? You got to get the numbers. A bunch
Yeah,
of
but what's the
coke
sketch
heads.
about?
Bunch of coke heads run
Office
coke
boardroom
heads.
guys. Yeah.
It's a Murder Fist office sketch, so you can imagine how insane that
And then
is.
there's a guy who had the numbers of what happened this quarter, basically just a report of what happened.
Right.
And then he loses the numbers when he's getting raped in the parking lot.
Sure.
Yeah,
And Henry
he
is the
shows
one
up-
getting raped.
And he shows up naked in the board.
That's right.
Yes, but my moment is whenever Henry is naked backstage is a moment where everyone has to to clap because we do a little Shakespeare thing like that. And whenever we do the clapping, I just slap Henry's naked body.
And you love that. I'm sure Henry is thrilled every time you fucking paw all over him.
That happen. That happens for no one's sake.
Yeah. No one knows about it but me and Henry till now.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Is his name Baloney? No, it's Maloney. Kellen, what's your favorite fucking moment?
I'm not allowing this to happen.
Back when we were in Tallahassee, when we were at the gay bar, and there was that moment where we were doing some
Murder Fist
stupid
used to perform
show.
at a gay bar in
Yeah,
Tallahassee.
well, Brothers.
It
Murder
was great.
Fist started at a gay bar
It was my
called
favorite place because we had this fucking,
Really?
the gays. No,
Kellen, explain it. Why was Brothers your favorite place, Kellen? Oh, why? I can't fucking.
Yeah, it was great. They had a dance floor that we literally put a whole theatrical performance on because the lights were so amazing. Ed
sticky with
went
cum.
through a fucking wall one day because we were doing
I forgot about that.
That was my
Ed went
moment
through
where
a
I was
wall?
just like,
Yeah, I put myself through a wall right in the middle of the
destroyed
sketch.
A wall.
Wasn't that the show you were on mushrooms?
Did you have Kool-Aid with you?
Yeah, I was trying to bounce off the wall, and then instead I just ran and went completely through it.
through
Beat
the wall.
the wall?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a structure that theoretically is supposed to hold a building.
It's also a gay
It was a
bar
gay
at the
bar in
end of a
Tallahassee.
strip mall in Tallahassee,
How
Florida.
many people were fucked by and on that wall, and one Ed Larson just shattered the entire thing?
The memories
That's
that
great.
were broken. Yeah, and that was a moment where I was just like, all right, well, this is this is gonna happen all the time.
Yeah.
I wish there were more violent stories. There was that fucking.
I
story
hit John in the
where-
back.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie.
yeah.
you-
And the blender. Nick Trevorrow put his hand in the blender.
yeah.
What are
Nick
the most
chopped his
violent
fingers up in
things
the
that's
blender.
ever happened to us?
I don't know. That seems like
Seems about
like
right.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there was that
Sequence show
time
where,
that
like-
Carly knocked Holden out with the dildo.
Yeah, that hurt very bad.
man, yeah.
A double dong
She
gotcha.
smacks me real hard. Dude, those things hurt if you use
They're
them
heavy.
for pain.
People have been
They're
beat to
very
death
heavy.
with dildos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
God, what a
Terrible way to die.
terrible.
Not the worst.
Jackie,
Embarrassing.
what's your favorite?
Lizard.
When I came into Murder Fist, I had to basically audition because as Henry's sister, he's like, my sister's coming into college. I want you guys to meet her. And so it was my first week in college, and I had to go to an improv rehearsal because we used to do improv shows.
I love that you think of it as an audition because it was literally Henry was like, so my sister's in the group.
Well, because Henry made it such a big thing. And he's like, because he sat me down, was just like,
'Cause he's a lunatic.
you gotta be chill, but on it. You gotta be drink it, but not drinking too much.
Meanwhile, he
You
just
gotta be-
told us you were in.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, she's in the group, so you're not even going to talk to me
I
about it.
saw it as the most intense night. That was the night I started smoking cigarettes, where I went through all of high school doing insane drugs, never smoked a cigarette. That night, because you guys all smoked, I was like, yeah, I gotta smoke
gotta be
cigarettes with my
sponsored by
boys. And then afterwards, Ed was just like, you did good. I think they might like you.
Oh,
And I think
Jesus.
you might be in.
That's That's your favorite?
Insane.
That's my favorite. Because at the time I was so like, you think so? You think that I did good? Like,
So your favorite moment is all about abuse and deception?
Yes.
That's
Because
about right.
That sounds like Murder Fist.
It's a moment that involves Henry.
It shows too, like, how much I wanted to, like, be friends, even though you guys were so fucking losers.
And fat.
They're just fat losers.
That was a fucking
Made each
raging
other
drug
fucking
dealer
laugh.
about to go to prison.
Oh my
Ed
God.
Larson, make the girls wild and crazy with your favorite murder fist.
My favorite Murder Fist moment is in the future, and that's Holden's funeral.
Dude, what is that party going?
The weird thing about that, the weird thing about all of that is that Ed, you're not gonna be there.
Eddie will fucking be there.
I will freeze my body.
That's right. I'll make sure you're there.
Wake me up.
I'll wheel you in.
It's for 3 minutes.
I'll fucking
to
wheel
see
you.
Holden's corpse,
I'll
and I will
fucking
die
dig
a
you
happy man.
I will dig you up from the fucking grave.
Wake
And
up, wake
I'll open
up,
up
Ed.
your fucking eyes.
Ed, wake up.
That's the thing. Holden has to. We have to have an open casket just so when we walk by, we can fucking punch you in the face.
Oh, yeah, or we could spit on him.
Or spit. You can do whatever you want
I'll
if he's
spit
dead.
on him. I want to spit on
Open
him.
casket, open bar.
Yeah, that's the way to fucking die.
But my favorite moment in real life is when we did a sketch called Firemen Love Blowjobs, and it's about how firemen really committed 9/11, the most offensive sketch we've ever
For
made.
blowjobs.
The one
Yeah,
with the
for
plane
blowjobs.
I can see the thing.
Yeah, and then we did it at Rafifi in front of a bunch of people who were not happy.
Rafifi was a very famous place in New York City for quite a while. Eugene Muirman started out there, and all
We
this
started doing stuff there right when it was dying. So
Yeah,
We were kind of the cause.
We put a nail in the coffin.
that's good. All right, Marcus.
Well, I gotta say, I'm a multi-million-dollar Murder Fist enthusiast, so
Yes.
naturally what my entire goal is, I'm making a documentary about Murder Fist.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. So
That's
the
a great idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea. So the 12-hour show is going to be a very big part of that.
Hey, yo.
But any kind of documentary needs a climax. It needs that poignant moment. And you know what that moment's going to be? It's going to be Holden's funeral.
Ed Larson
I broke the slump. I was in a slump I haven't won in a while, and I'd like to thank my mother for
fucking why?
being fucking hungry and feeding me as a baby when I was inside of her.
All right,
I'd like to thank my father for hitting me. I'd like to thank Holden's mother for
Ed
fucking
Larson.
slopping on his big gnarly wand.
That's what we need. Walter, thank you for being here,
Yeah,
Kelly.
man, I'm so glad Kevin Barnett was not here.
I know,
Anybody
it was great
else?
without him. Littlefield this Thursday, August 8th, 8 p.m. And I want to say in all earnest, Murder Fist is the greatest sketch group that's
Get
ever
there
existed.
early.
And you're going to love the fucking show.
Show
and,
starts
Murder
at
Fist.
8. Get there at like 7.
Get there at fucking 6. I'll be there at 6 at the bar. You come and hang out with me.
There's a pre-show where you can come hang out.
Carnival
Yeah, just so you know, I will be there doing face painting.
Yep.
Yes. And Marcus, how is your face painting?
My face painting skills are top.
No, I've seen it and it's amazing. But also we have people doing caricatures. We have all these little carnival
Kevin
stuff going
Barnett's
on.
going to be guessing weight.
Yeah,
Big gay Kev.
He's not gonna fucking put his hands on me.
What did you just say?
Mook is fine.
Mook is
all right.
Mook is all right.
Mook is still
Mook
okay.
is universal.
Nothing you think of to say is fine.
Until they find out what it means.
Don't bring a fucking. Don't bring big
Just
into
come
this
to the
shit.
fucking Murder Fist
Mook
show.
is fine. Mooley is bad.
Mooley's bad. You
This
can't
is
say
all I
Mooley.
know.
Mookie Wilson, he's black.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mookie
that was-
Blaylock, another black guy.
I know you're just
One of
saying-
his best friends is
Why-
named Mookie.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wanted to say something nice about Murder Fist, but now I can't anymore.
What's wrong? Why, you can't say something nice? Say something
something
nice.
nice.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Kissel?
Murder Fist is a very funny sketch group that saved my life. Goodbye.
Oh my god.
That's the nicest thing he's ever said.